Hi guys, it's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do the Witch's Rune reveals for you all for this week on Facebook. Just want to say apologies if you hear any squeaking going on in the background. Oscar's going a bit mental with one of his toys at the moment, so you may hear a little bit of squeaking at some point. So yeah, apologies if you hear anything a little bit in the background there. So let's do these runes and let's see what we've got in store. So if you were drawn to rune 1, we're going into the energy of the moon. Really interesting, as we had the moon on Monday's guidance message, and it's continuing to be a theme throughout this week. So if you've been drawn to this, you maybe are feeling quite sensitive at the moment. We've got a super full moon tonight, so it's a really important time to clear, to cleanse, to set new intentions. It's also a really important time to release negativity. So if some of you have been really feeling affected by people, circumstances, situations, if you've exposed like lesser energies, lesser behaviors, it's a really good time to perhaps write these things down on a piece of paper, do a little bit of a burning or releasing ritual. That might really help you just to clear some of this unwanted energy. This is also a time period, or when the moon shows, it's about exposing and revealing the truth of things and people. So maybe there's been some deception, maybe there's been some deceit that you're dealing with or going through, or maybe you're just, sorry about that, or maybe you're just being a little bit cautious or have felt the need to be a little bit cautious and careful of people in general, and just having to put that spiritual protection in place. But if you're feeling drawn to this, because we had this as our Monday message, but if you're being drawn to it again today, be very cautious, be very careful, pay extra attention to what's going on around you. It's sometimes with people as well. People have a habit of keeping their friends close, but their enemies closer. So if you feel like you've got to be careful with people, just really sort of pay attention, listen to that psychic antennae, listen to those gut feelings and those intuitions, because energy as a rule doesn't lie, it doesn't have a hidden agenda. So if you're feeling a certain way, even if you're not sure immediately as to why, there will probably be a reason for that. So pay attention, guys. Now, as we're going into rune 2, we're going into the energy of flight. Flight is about moving forward. Some of you might be about to embark on some travel. Flight can sometimes suggest that there is some movement and some traveling. So it could be going on holiday, it could be just having a little bit of a breather, taking some time off work. That could be really needed to have a rest and a recharge. But this is also a really important time for positive movements. If things have felt a bit sort of stagnated, if you felt a little bit stuck in the mud or just a little bit flat of energy, then this is a really important time to just pick yourself back up, dust yourself back up, and don't stay limited by anything lesser. If you feel like you've been held back, don't actively choose to stay in that space. The rune of flight wants to spread your wings, it wants to set you free. Actively give yourself permission to move forward, move on past the experiences that maybe you have been up against. Try not to stay stuck as the villain, sorry, not the villain. Try to not stay stuck as the victim. Yes, you might be going through something. Yes, it might feel really crap and really sort of rubbish, but don't stay dwelling in that energy, because all it's going to do is bring you down and it's not going to achieve anything of greatness. So be brave enough to move forward if you can. It's not always easy. It isn't always straightforward, but where possible, give yourself permission that life must continue. And as we're going into the final rune, we're going into the rune of the eye. So the eye is a little bit like the psychic eye. This is a really important time to witness. It's not necessarily a time to speak and to be necessarily confronting people, but this is about witnessing the truth of things. So I think this is also, in some cases, a little bit of a warning rune. Be very cautious, be very careful to the sort of behavior you're witnessing or seeing at this moment in time. And if you're seeing things that doesn't really sit well with you, if it's not really ethical, you don't have to support those things. You don't have to support those people or those circumstances. You're under no obligation. But this is about seeing the truth of things for what they really are. And that can sometimes be challenging, or it can sometimes be tough, because sometimes we don't want to see that side of somebody. but, you know, pay attention if it's there. This is also a really important time to connect with your psychic intuition. So some of you may have been getting a lot of sort of psychic information, a lot of downloads of information, just lots of intuitive energy at the moment. But it's a really, really important time to access and to tap into that psychic connection that you hold and you have within you. So some of you may be undergoing spiritual development. I know obviously a lot of people are in my sort of digital circle now, and you're doing amazingly well. So it's really, really lovely to see the connection sort of forming and growing within there. And it could be other aspects of your own sort of spiritualism that you're starting to delve into. Maybe some of you are undergoing mediumship or witchcraft or healing, or just becoming more aware of energy in general. But pay attention, lots of witnessing, lots of seeing of truth, lots of activations of the third eye chakra at the moment. So be mindful and aware of that as well. So I hope you can make sense of these. Going to leave them with you. This is a work in progress. This is not going to be the finished article. So hopefully I will have a little bit more of a magical space to be doing my bits and pieces from soon. At the moment, I'll quickly show you so you can see there's literally boxes absolutely everywhere. So it's a little bit of a nightmare at the moment. But like with all of us, we're a work in progress. So love and blessings, look after yourself, and I will catch up and see some of you lovelies very soon. Just a reminder, I am now open again for doing all of my work. So I'm taking bookings for the Zoom and Facebook video chats. I'm taking bookings for fairs. I'm obviously selling the tickets still for my upcoming demos because the tour is very much still in the flow and is still happening. Devises on the 30th of July. Can't wait to be back or to see some of you lovelies. I did demo there quite a few years ago. I did a charity demo, which was really great. So going to be great to see some of you lovelies over in Devises. Even though I'm like leaving Wiltshire, I'm never away for too long. So yeah, going to be great. But love and blessings. Take care. Have a fantastic week. And I'll catch up with you soon. Bye for now.